anything. You can just film anything.
Oh,
Bob.
bum 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 bum
Bum bum.
That's not how it works, Hal. Dave, I messed it up. So we survived 2019 Destination Deep Space presented by the Boeing Company build season
Yay.
for FRC. Yes, I see from the internet memes and Twitter posts and Facebook posts and Instagrams and all that everyone else survived too. So good for you guys for surviving and getting through the build season. We have Papa John's pizza today. So the plates are actually correct today. Sometimes they're not, but the plates are correct. We have Papa John's pizza, and I'm not drinking Starbucks. This is my water. Some people are, and that's great for them. I just don't drink coffee. Anyway, what were some of the highlights that we saw leading up to Bag Day, or what you guys experienced?
We had a really great showcase. We had about 70 people from the community come on in, check out what the team is up to. We were able to drive the robot around and do a little bit of a raise the curtain unveil of the robot, so it was a lot of fun. I work with Team 6956 Shamrock Robotics out of Westfield, Indiana.
I feel like a lot of our Indiana teams had showcases this year, and I can't tell if it's like because more of them are having showcases and it's like a new thing, or if they're just doing a really great job at advertising them. But it was kind of exciting to see all of the different teams that were getting their communities together, opening up their shops, showing people around. That was really exciting.
I will say for me, it's kind of sad not having a build or a stop build day anymore. As happy as I am that Bag and Tag is going away next year, it's kind of a sad day for me.
End of an era.
It is the end of an era. Just like when they stopped Chip Day.
I'm excited to move forward for build season, or competition season. It's really exciting. We're doing all sorts of volunteer prep work and stuff like that. So this weekend, Indiana First is having a big field prep party here at IndyMark. The FTAs and the field supervisors and stuff will be here. It's going to be a lot of fun. First Walk did that earlier this week with their FTA crew. They had a bunch of pictures and stuff on Instagram. Pretty cool stuff.
I like seeing all of the final HAB 3 climbers that people have. The coolest thing I think about this game is the robot diversity that we're going to see. We've seen a lot of unique solutions for getting robots onto HAB 3 with stilts climbers. That seems to be a popular one with various subtleties of implementation, whether it's PTO driven or not PTO driven. One of my favorite ones so far is Team 2363, Triple Helix Robotics. They kind of have a robot harpoon where they use gas shocks to tilt the robot up, and then there's some kind of winch system that drives the robot up past where the center of gravity of the robot takes over, and the robot just falls on a HAB 3, and that's it. Really elegant, simple solution. That's probably my favorite one so far.
There's a lot of really interesting combinations of turrets and elevators with a turret that goes on the carriage and where the whole elevator turret's around. So that's kind of another interesting thing of how do you get the full range of motion that you want in the cleanest, simplest way. So there's a lot of different angles that people are playing in that way too.
I have not seen a HAB 3 climber of a concept I had in my brain a while back, and I didn't really tell anybody about it. But do you know how stretchers enter into ambulances?
Yeah.
So it's a extension stilt climb, but the front leading edge hinges into the robot. I've not seen that happen yet.
I'm excited to see the teams that created the jump jacks, like the Speed Racer style jump jacks, to get onto HAB 3. I think that those are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm also just a big fan of Speed Racer, but that's kind of my favorite way to describe that type of mechanism.
So the 179 robot looks a lot like their power-up robot. It's a multi-stage elevator, continuous driven with a thing on it. So which is nice because they built one of those last year, so they have some experience building one of those already. But what I liked about it is they have a stilts climber, but it's really, really well thought out. It looks like it's PTO driven off of the front wheels of the robot, where they basically shove it down, engage something, and the drive motors raise the robot up by shoving the things down, and then they are sprung backwards up so that once they're up at level and they get the front wheels on, they release something and they spring back into the robot out of the way, so they don't have to run their drive again to pull them back up. They come up a lot faster than most stilts climbers do, so they, so far, I think have one of the fastest like parallel stilt style climbers I've seen so far. I'm a huge fan of it.
Who was the one with the curvy thing?
Oh yeah, that one was cool.
Robot has a hatch-only arm going up and down, and then sort of they flip out, pull the front end of the robot up, and just a massive curly Q whips out and almost catapults the robot up onto the thing. And it's also really similar to, there's a little like really rough terrain robot that uses these big half circles as sort of like walking legs. It's like that, but scaled up to 11.
It's really cool.
Like, it's competition time. Like, what should teams keep in mind? Top
There's that.
3 recommendations.
Batteries.
Check your battery cables.
Prep
Batteries.
your pit setup.
Yeah.
Prep your pit setup.
Manage the blocks.
Robot carts or thing. Get your robot cart tuned up.
And make sure you have room on your cart for a spare battery. Because without fail, teams always go out with a dead battery, and so you should always have a charged spare with you.
To loan your friend.
Either lend a friend, or if you have to do a reset.
Yep.
If the match fails
Play an
and you
immediate
have to
replay.
reset, you need it. So always keep a charged battery on your cart.
Yep.
So you got student team roles, obviously. You gotta have a driver, operator, human player, technician, but there's so much more to the roles that besides those 4. Who's running your pit, who's
Safety
doing your
captain.
scouting, safety captain,
Your
marketing,
presentation team.
all that stuff.
And
Buttons.
organize your food. Make
Oh.
sure going to events you have food plans for the kiddos. It'll be so much smoother and more effective if you know that you have water in the pit and your kids know when they're supposed to eat.
It's also good to review
No, they're sealed.
event agendas with your teams and your students and your parents.
And then get your bumpers ready, obviously. Get your BOM ready, all that stuff.
Inspection checklist.
It's been great having you guys watch us and have lunch with us during all that FRC Deep Space blah 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 build season. And we appreciate you guys sticking with us throughout the season. Hopefully we'll reconvene for lunches after some of the weekend events coming up. And we have a bye week. We'll have a every other week AM and the PM that starts getting into the details of the competition season. This week we do have an AM and the PM on Thursday night with local mentors talking about how their teams got through FRC build season. So check that out Thursday night, and we'll see you out at the events.